Well, hello everyone. I'm going to show you today, along with Freddie and Otto, we're going to show you how nearly $750,000 can vanish. Well, in the capital levy fund that's currently going on, June 13th, 2025, two mysterious transfers pop into the expenditure report. I'm going to put my glasses on. I wrote this all out. Let's see. Well, the first one was for $599,692, and the other one was for $125,000. That total is $724,692 and some change. Poof, it was labeled allowable operating transfer. I emailed Brent Greenwood, the Assistant Superintendent of Business and Operations, and his reply was that it is staffing costs. Well, wait. The districts, their own levy manual says that staffing costs can only be charged to the capital levy if those staff are working on, you got it, capital projects. So on October 2nd, I filed a public record request for a detailed breakdown. Well, October 14th, I received a report. Well, it might as well have been written in Chinese because I couldn't understand it. There was a bunch of numbers, codes, dollar amounts, no details, no addition, nothing. I didn't know how anything was going to add up to $724,692.21. So I called and left a message wanting clarification of the report. And the response was, the district does not have a report that includes this information. No responsive records. Translation? Naughty, naughty, boo, boo. Catch as if you can. Are we seriously supposed to nod when people say, Brett Greenwood, he's a nice guy, and he is a nice guy. But how am I supposed to trust anyone, even a nice guy, with $750,000 when he says, believe me, without any accountability? So 2 months ago, I volunteered for the Citizens Levy Committee regarding the new levies to continue, the spending spree. And here is how they originally wanted to spend your tax dollars year one. The projects are $900,000 for a field turf replacement at the high school, $400,000 for track resurfacing at the high school, $500,000 for 3 new tennis courts at the high school, and $250,000 for part 2 of the repair of plumbing at Evergreen, which that's a good thing, right? Well, I have really objected to the 3 new tennis courts. And the response I got from everyone in that room was, you thought that I was kicking a puppy. I mean, they were so upset. Well, luckily, a few meetings later, a well-connected mom showed up at the meeting and reasoned with her friends that new tennis courts were not a priority. So everything was fine after that. It was moved to year 6. So meanwhile, Janicki Fields, it's eaten up $100,000 in the last 4 years. And at the new levy, which they don't like to call it a new levy because it's not a new tax, it's just continuing on with the spending spree, going to eat up another $700,000 in the next levy. So we've got 900, 400, 500, 100, and 700,000, which adds up to about $2.6 million. Well, that could be used for new windows at least 3 schools. But in year 2 of the new levy, or continuing levy, however you want to name it, only the high school and Central Elementary are on the list to get new windows. And that's the second year, which is 2028. So it's athletics first, kids second. I have nothing against athletics. I really don't. I ran cross country in high school. I ran track in high school. I had fond memories of all of that. I was a cheerleader for the football team. It was all fun, and it was all fun and games, basically. So now the EPO levy, the one that's supposed to enrich our students. Well, in school year 24-25, the district managed to be unaccountable for over $10 million just in 1 year. $10 million. It was spread out throughout the year. It wasn't just one lump sum. It was spread out in 22 separate entries, ranging from $7.97 to $266,000, $266,415.45 to a whopping $3,767,563.69. And all of those 22 entries were designated as sub-fund entry. The EPO levy fund is a sub-fund of the general fund. So that's what it means. It means nothing. It just means, here we go. And the other thousands of entries for the year, they were exact, but not these. Why? So late October, I made a public record request. And the response that I got is that I should expect something by December 1st, at least maybe the beginnings of their answer, not the full answer. So by the way, I've spoken to people who have gotten the runaround from the school district when making public records requests, and these people eventually give up. Well, anyone who knows me knows that I don't like giving up. So another item that comes out of the EPO levy is phone stipends. Phone stipends are for the highest paid employees in the district. And that costs you and I over $23,000 a year. So I contacted the chief financial officer, his office at OSPI, and they're the ones in charge of all the school districts. And I was informed that, yes, phone stipends are an acceptable expenditure. So it's legal, yes. Is it moral? No. Considering our schools are falling apart, and I'm going to get into that on another episode. So here's the deal. I'm not asking for the moon. I'm really not. I'm just asking for receipts. I'm asking for accountability. I'm asking for transparency. I'm asking that the kids be put first. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. And I hope that's what you want to see too. It should be. It's your money and my money. And it's the kids' future. Thank you for listening. And I don't know when I'll have the next video, but I will have another video coming up soon. Hope to see you then. Thank you. Bye-bye.